What's going on, my peoples? We are here again. I'm on my way from Naples, Florida. I'm headed to work right now. Let me know how you guys like these videos. This is like a 10-part series that I'm doing, dedicated to all the new food service drivers. So this video is vlog number 3 for all the new drivers out there. Now, shout out to a subscriber of mine, Lewis. It reminds me of a message I always say. And one of the messages that I'm always going to tell you guys, and this is one of the key things that I tell guys that I'm training, stuff like that. Work fast and drive slow. Let that sink in your mind for a second. Work fast, but drive slow. That's the only way to go. Work fast, drive slow. Because let me tell you, you don't want to come in food service and start rushing while you're out there driving. Because there's so much crazy people on the road. And there's so much incidents that can happen. There's so much accidents that can happen. You get what I'm saying? We're going in too many tight spots. We face too many obstacles on the road. This is not like the over-the-road jobs where you got these big docks where you have all type of room to back up into or stuff like that. We face a lot of challenges out here. So when I say drive slow, I'm not saying to drive like 30 miles an hour. I'm just saying to be cautious. So that's all I'm saying to you, is just be cautious once you're out there on the streets. You know what I mean? Just don't be in a rush. Take your time. You're going to get there. You're going to get the work done. The only way you can catch up on time in food service, you got to know how to work fast. You have to know how to get the work off the truck fast, right? Just follow those steps. Work fast, drive slow. You know what I mean? That's the only way to go. Because like most of these companies, they're going to give you like 3 strikes. When I say 3 strikes, most of these big companies, they're going to give you like, you have 3 incidents in 1 year, and then they're going to let you go. Some companies, if you get 1 big incident in a year, or accident in a year, they're going to let you go. You know what I mean? And not only is the company going to let you go, that's going to be on your driving record. You know what I mean? In food service, we got to deal with working downtown, places like down in South Beach. You know, when you're starting to talk about downtown, everything's tight. Cars are parked on the side of the road. The alleys are like, you're dealing with like tiny alleys and stuff like that. So you really got to take your time out here, guys. You know what I mean? This is not a race. You get what I'm saying? You might have a supervisor or 2 that's trying to rush you, but you as a Class A CDL driver, you gotta know how to take care of that license, because at the end of the day, that is your license, not theirs. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to put yourself in jeopardy because somebody is rushing you. Don't ever try to feel rushed once you're out there on the road. You know what I mean? Take your time, do what you gotta do. You know, when we out here driving, I see people texting and driving and stuff like that. I see truck drivers following too closely. You know, I see a lot of obstacles out there on the road, man. I even seen drunk drivers. I even seen a drunk driver. You know what I mean? Whenever you see stuff like that, like you see a drunk driver in front of you, just, slow down, let them go. Whenever it starts to rain. And remember, when it starts to rain, you got to adjust your speed. You know, you're going to see everybody there continuing to drive fast. You got to adjust your speed to the rain, because, these trucks are already hard enough to stop. So just imagine you got to stop it in the rain. So when it starts to rain, just slow down and take your time, and you'll get it. You'll get through it. You know what I mean? This is not a rush, guys. You got to be safe out there, man. At the end of the day, you're trying to get back home to your family anyway, right? Trying to survive out here in these streets. trucking is not easy, and trucking is definitely not the safest job, but you can do whatever you can do to make it safe as possible. You know what I mean? Just do your part, drive for other people. There's a bunch of people out here, people left and right, man, they don't know how to drive. You know what I mean? People just don't know how to drive no more. You know what I mean? So just, when you get out here, man, the food service, or even if you just coming into the trucking industry, just take it from me. Just take your time. You're gonna get there. I promise you, you're gonna get there. If you see me driving 70 miles an hour and you choose to drive 60 miles an hour and we're going to the same location, guess what? I might get there first, but you're gonna get there. I promise you, you're gonna get there. So let this sizzle in your mind. Work fast and drive slow. That's the only way to go. That should be the only way to go. You know what I mean? And if I ever start making like t-shirts or hats or anything like that, that's gonna be my first slogan, man. You know what I mean? Because honestly, when it comes to the trucking industry, when it comes to my trucking knowledge, when it comes to this trucking stuff, man, I take safety serious, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to get home to see my kids. You know what I mean? I'm trying to survive. I'm trying to be alive. I'm trying to take that trip to Jamaica. You know what I mean? I haven't been to Dominican Republic yet. I'm trying to travel. I'm trying to do things. You know what I'm saying? So I want to do my part to survive out here, and that's the way you guys should be thinking. You know what I mean? You could be driving, playing on the phone, playing with your radio, and all type of stuff like that. Just stop it. You know what I mean? You gotta do your part, man. Once you're out here. You know what I mean? So you gotta work fast. You gotta learn how to work fast. And just take your time out there in these streets, man. You gotta take your time out there. You know what I mean? Down here where I work in Florida, sometimes the traffic can get kind of crazy, And when it get kind of crazy, man, you see all type of people. They follow too close and stuff like that. And all type of people's on the phone, I had people run into the back of my truck before. I had people run in the back of my work truck, man, while I'm on the highway. This is how crazy people are nowadays. I had a guy run in the back of my work truck while I'm on the highway doing 65. And he hit my truck so hard, like he almost pushed me into the steering wheel with my seatbelt on. You know what I mean? Like people nowadays, man, they be coked up, drunked up. They be on all type of pills and stuff like that driving these cars, man. You know what I mean? People nowadays are crazy, man. It's just the nature of the way we living right now. You know what I mean? It's just the way the world is going. The world is not the same. You know what I mean? We got to be out here. We're professionals. We're professional truck drivers. Class A CDL. You know what I mean? Don't take that lightly, guys. You know what I mean? You can pretty much take this Class A CDL. You can go to Canada and go get a job if you want to. You know what I mean? So you got to take this license serious, man. You got to act like you are somebody, because you are somebody. You know what I mean? You got some people, they went to college and stuff like that. They got their degree and all type of stuff, all dressed up and nice and looking nice every day. So, they want to look at us some type of way. But it's all good, because at the end of the day, they got their student loan, $200,000, and we got a Class A CDL for $3,000. So let that sizzle in your mind for a second. You know what I mean? We out here, man, trying to make this money. So this is vlog number 3. I hope you guys enjoy this message. You know what I mean? And I hope you guys start taking safety serious out there, man, because I really take safety serious. You know what I mean? When you come to work, to do your pre-trip, make sure everything all right with that tractor and trailer. Check your airlines. Make sure that everything's fine, everything's hooked up. You know what I mean? Make sure you don't got no leaks in the airline. Make sure your brake is good. Make sure all your lights is working. Make sure you don't got no flat tires. You know, check your fluids, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Make sure your fire extinguisher is fully charged. I know a lot of guys don't check that because honestly, I don't check that every day. I'm not going in a truck checking a fire extinguisher and make sure it's charged, but I think that's something that we need to make sure is good, you know? Check your air horn, city horn, make sure they're all working, stuff like that, you know? Gotta take safety serious, guys. And one more tip I got for y'all, man. Now your company, they might not do this, or they might not tell you to do this, but as a professional truck driver, I'm gonna advise you to do this, right? Once you get into your yard, once you drive into your yard, and you know, yard, DC, warehouse, whatever you want to call it, once you pull into your yard, wind your windows down. You know, you want to keep your windows down and put your hazards on when you're backing up or when you're pulling in the yard. And the reason I say you want to keep your windows down is because let's just say you're backing up, your windows is up, and somebody walking behind you, they didn't see you. People are trying to get your attention, but your windows is up. You can't hear them. When you running over this person, that's just, they got the headphones on. They don't see you. They're gonna get run over. You got your windows up. People yelling at you to stop. You can't hear. You know what I mean? So you got to be able to hear. You know. And to be honest with you, you should have your windows down, like for every single stop you pulling into, or every single location that you go to, because you got to be able to hear your surroundings. You know, you got to be able to hear what's going on. You know what I mean? How you gonna know if you're backing up, running over a little baby or something? You got to be able to hear things, man. You know what I mean? Especially nowadays, like you driving down the road, you can't have your music blasting because you never know. You know, these fire trucks, like sometimes they drive crazy too. They just figure since they got their sirens on, they can just like run through any light without any cautions. But fortunately, we gotta look out for them, because honestly, to me, they drive kind of crazy. You know what I mean? I know they're trying to get to a location to help people, but at the end of the day, they got to be safe too. You know, there's so many accidents I've seen with those guys on TV, man. So we got to be able to listen out for them too. All emergency vehicles, especially police, man. You know, we got to be able to listen out for these guys, you know, because these guys, man, they just, you guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So shout out to all the new food service drivers out there, man, that's getting into this game. This game could be very lucrative. It's not your typical job. You can make some decent money doing this. You know what I mean? So just get in the game, man, and just know that, just know in your mind that it's not gonna be easy. You know what I mean? But anything that's good things don't come easy. You know what I mean? So you gotta take it for what it is. You know what I mean? This ain't Girl Scout or Boy Scout. This is a real man's job. You know what I mean? And when I say a real man's job, females can do it too. But that's another video that I got coming up. You know what I mean? So just stay tuned for that. If this is your first time listening to my channel, make sure to go ahead and subscribe, share it to somebody, share it to an over-the-road driver. I know they're out there. They're working hard. They're working hard trying to make ends meet. Trying to put some shoes on their feet. Trying to take care of their family and stuff like that. And a lot of those guys, they're not educated enough to know that you can make money locally. So that's why I do my YouTube channel, to try to help some of those guys to come home, be home with their kids, be home with their family. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is put in a little bit of work, and you can definitely be home and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you can't take care of a kid in a sleeper. You know what I mean? You can't be at a truck stop trying to take care of little Johnny. You know what I mean? Little Johnny ain't gonna listen to you. You know what I mean? You telling picture you telling your son to go to bed right now, and you're at a truck stop in the back of a sleeper, Man, sometimes these kids don't even want to listen to us when we're home. So how are they going to listen to us when we're on the road? You know what I mean? So just something to think about, guys. You know what I mean? You can make good money locally, not just food service. There's other jobs out there. You know, you got the LTL guys. You got all type of different people in all type of different industry. But right now, I do food service, so that's what I'm going to talk about. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm going to tell you about. You know, we got all type of different companies in food service. We got you know, Cisco. We got US Foods. We got GFS. We got PFG. You know, McLean, Cheney Brothers, all type of companies, man. Labette out there in Texas. You know what I mean? Did my research on them. I found out that's a pretty good company. So it's a food service company around you. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you're able to put in the work, you know what I mean? You'll be all right out there. You know? So just get out there. Give the companies a call or go online, see if they're hiring and stuff like that. And fill out the application, and you never know, you might get the job, man. And just understand this: once you get in food service, like, don't feel bad if you don't like it. Don't feel bad if you don't make it. Just don't feel bad, because you got to get in there with understanding that this is not cut out for everybody, and this is not cut out for anybody. You gotta be different. You gotta be you gotta have a strong will. You gotta have a strong mind. You gotta want to work. To be honest with you, you gotta work. You gotta put in the work. You know what I mean? This job is not just cut out for anybody. You know what I mean? It's not cut out for everybody. You know, we put in the work. We work different. That's why we're paid different, because we're built different. That's why we're paid different. You know what I mean? It's not an easy job. That's why we're paid different. This is a hard job. That's why we're paid different. You know what I mean? This job is not for everybody. That's why we're paid different. You know what I mean? End of the day, we're just paid different. You know? You might have a little job, a little box truck job where you're driving all over town. You're working 13, 14 hours a day. You know what I mean? You're just at a point blank period. You're not going to make as much money as we are. Because we out here, we putting in the work, stuff like that. You know? So, you get back to the message that I'm trying to send on this video, man. Guys, just work fast and drive slow. Put safety first, man. Let safety be an everyday thing, not just a once a week. Not when you know your managers are out there walking around and stuff like that, or not just when your manager is doing the ride along. Like, you don't need a manager in a damn passenger seat for you to know how to drive right. You know what I mean? You gotta know that you want to be home with your family. You know, that gotta come from within. You gotta learn how to manage yourself to do right, act right, be right. You know what I mean? That's the only way to be, fellas. You feel me? So I appreciate everybody, man, that be watching my videos all the way through. You know, nowadays I'm trying to put out some more quality content. You know, one thing about me, man, I just get right to the point. You know, no edits. So far, I've been able to get 4,000 subscribers with just straight up just making videos and spitting the facts, speaking the truth with no edits, man. I'm gonna keep it that way. You know, keep it original. You feel me? So I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good day out there. Stay blessed, no stress. Work fast, drive slow. Only way to go.